So welcome back anime lovers. Today we'll see One Piece eastblue saga episode 9 titled Lier of Justice, Captain Usopp. At the beginning we see a village and a peaceful silent morning, but suddenly a boy was running shouting, "Pirates are coming to attack, run to save your lives." Other side we see Luffy, Zoro and Nami is sailing and Nami say, "It will be stupid to go straight in Grand Line." So Luffy and Zoro reply, "Yes, eating fruit every day is no good and we need boost too." Nami tells Grand Line is a dangerous place and in that all great pirates are sailing in search for a One Piece. And continue by saying you need a crew and equipment, and Luffy say a cook and a musician, and Zoro laugh on a musician. Then Nami say in south ahead there is an island with people living on it, and so Luffy get excited to eat meat. Again we see that boy was shouting and say later it was a lie, but suddenly a man threw utensil on the boy's head and also other people village get angry on that boy. All village get behind him to catch, but he ran away. Later they get back because can't find him, and we see that boy is flexing on tree. Surprisingly two kids call him saying Captain Usopp. Kid name was Pepper and Capt. Usopp asks where's Onion? And we see Onion was also shouting and say pirates are here. A boat with skull had a flag. Usopp goes to its neck and Kid tease him. Boy say it was buggy pirate flag, 2 small boat and 3 people, and so Usopp get excited to protect the village and ask kids to follow him. On shore we see Luffy and others landed and Luffy was excited to eat meat. Suddenly Zoro notices someone in bush and tells others too. Surprise attack on Luffy happens and we see a pirate flag, seeing which Luffy was impressed. As soon as Usopp comes and tells I'm great Captain Usopp. People praise me more and more, and he tells lie that he has 80 million subordinates. Hearing which Luffy was shocked, but Zoro and Nami know it's a lie and Usopp admit it. And Nami also know that 3 kids were there and they run. Then Nami see Usopp the great pirate was using slingshot, and so Luffy laugh on him. Suddenly Usopp take aim on Luffy and was ready to attack, but Luffy say, "Now that you have strong pistol and put your life on line, I'm saying those aren't for the threatening of people." And so Zoro also shows word and say, "What you're looking now is real pirate." Seeing both of them, and Usopp was scared and gave up. And say real pirate definitely has punch behind their words. And surprisingly both Zoro and Luffy laugh on him. Luffy tells we stole land from Shanks, and Luffy know Usopp that Usopp. Listening which Usopp gets shocked and fall. Later in return Luffy is eating meat and others too, and tells about Usopp is on Shanks' ship and Usopp was proud of his dad. We see in past Usopp was shooting apple and Luffy was surprised seeing his aim, and we see Usopp continuously telling Luffy that he has a kid named Usopp, which Luffy was sick of it hearing. And Usopp tells it was hard to say goodbye but the pirate flag was calling me. In present Luffy was appraising Usopp's skills and Usopp was proud of his dad. So Nami asks, "Do you have any friends who can provide a big ship?" So Usopp say, "It's a teeny village and we can't stay up to your hope." But Zoro say on top of that there is a huge mansion. But Usopp say some reasons and go from there. We see in mansion a girl named Kai was willing to see Usopp, but a servant was not allowing, and her late parents instructed him to protect Kaya, and he goes keeping Kai mansion on. Outside the mansion, Usopp get in the mansion garden and call Kaya. Kaya get happy seeing Usopp and she was feeling bad because can't able to invite Usopp as a real guest. And then Usopp tells his brave story to Kaya, of which she starts to laugh. Hearing we village that 3 kids comes to save Usopp and get inside and ask where is the captain. They think that this pirate has eaten, and so Zoro confirms it by saying we ate him. And so Kid gets scared and say old hack to Nami, and she scolds them. So Luffy and Zoro laughs. Later Kid took them to a mansion and say if Captain Usopp is missing at this time then he will be here. Nami asks why. They say to lie. So they tell full story. Kaya's parents died a year ago from illness, and even if she had a lot of money still she is sad. So Captain made up stories to make her laugh and Luffy get it. So Luffy get excited to ask for a ship, but kids say it's impossible to get in because of strong guards. So Luffy stretches his arm and all get on it and launch. Soon they enter in garden near Kaya and Luffy asks for a favor. She asks, "Favor? From me?" And Luffy says, "We want a big ship." Suddenly Hilardo comes there and was on angry and them forgetting him without permission, and nearing village we see a weird man walking backward like Michael Jackson moonwalk. And with this here the episode ends. We'll see you in next episode. Until then, goodbye.